Hey, how you going? Have you enjoyed your school holidays? Have they made a difference to you or not? For me, it means a really fun week where I get to have the kids and love having the kids, and then a really bad week where I get to have the kids and it was a week of being a bit sick and rain, which is a terrible combination for the school holidays. But they're back at school. And I'm smiling again. I identify as an introvert when I've got the kids a lot of the time. I'm half naturally. So yeah, introvert time for me today, which is lovely. And I get to make a video. So, and I want to make a video about something, a topic that I have been thinking about for a long time. I've been wanting to do this video justice, and I kind of made one because at the beginning of getting sick a week or two ago for you guys, you would have seen it at the water, on growth mindset, but I just don't feel like I can do it justice. And even now, I just think it's such an amazing topic. I just don't know how I can communicate it best to you guys. So bear with me, and if you are thinking that this is an awesome topic as well and you want to get to know more about it, I've been reading Mindset by Dr. Carol Dweck, and she's the one who kind of discovered this through her psychology studies, and has written an amazing book, and it's been life-changing for heaps and heaps of people. And the idea isn't about the brain and how it is, it's how you think about the brain and how it is. So if you believe that your IQ is fixed, if you believe that we're born with what we've got, then how do we go about life? And I can tell you firsthand, because I thought the IQ was fixed, that you go about life avoiding tasks that you are not good at. You avoid feeling like you're a failure. You don't want anyone to know that you're not intelligent, or that you're not sporty, or that you're not musical. So you just kind of pretend and you wing it, and you actually don't try. Because if you try and fail, then at least you can say, oh, I didn't try. But if you actually try your best and then still fail, oh, that's the worst. Oh my goodness, I tried as hard as I could, but I still didn't get it done. I still couldn't do it. And even if you try for a year or two, then you feel even worse. But the thing is, if you do try for a year or two, you will get better. Even if it's incremental, even if it's really small, then you will find yourself getting better and better at it. So this fear of failure and this fear of not being seen to be smart or good at something is a big impact on your self-esteem. And God didn't make us like that. He didn't want us to be like that. He wants us to be strong and courageous. He wants us to try all things. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I love that verse because it gives me courage to be able to go and try things that I've never tried before. And instead of failing, I can say, I tried and failed, but at least I tried. And that's the growth mindset, where you believe that if you put in effort and you keep on trying day after day, trying to put in the effort, then that's all you can do, and you expect that you will get better. Now, whether that's actually true or not, with the muscle being a brain and the brain being a muscle, and that we can kind of change it around and we can develop it, whether that's true or not, or whether our IQ is fixed or not, I don't know whether that's even in part of the equation. It's your mindset tells you. So if you believe your brain is fixed, it is. If you believe that your mind is a muscle and can grow, it is. Our beliefs are so important to what we can achieve in life. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. And so I believed I was no good at public speaking. I believed that I was no good at sport. I believed I was no good at swimming. And those things ended up becoming true because I didn't put in effort, because I didn't want to say, oh, well, I tried my best and I still failed. But now I can try my best, and I can know that if I keep practicing over time, I'll be able to get better at it. So yeah, I hope that that's encouraged you to change your mindset, to know that you're not a failure. If you fail, you are not a failure. You might have failed today, but at least you tried, and you can try tomorrow, and you can try the next day. Thomas Edison with the light bulb, he actually failed 1,004 times. But when he was asked, how did you feel when you failed so many times? Wouldn't you give up? He said, I didn't actually fail. It was every time that I didn't create the light bulb, I found out a new way that the light bulb wouldn't work. So each time we fail, we're just getting closer and closer to succeeding. We're getting experience, we're getting knowledge, and it's not actually failing, it's experience. So that's a good thing to keep in mind too. Everyone is born with a growth mindset. You see babies and they try to walk or they're trying to crawl and they fall down and they get back up again and they keep on trying. You see babies who don't even want to try at all because they're not interested in it. It's not something that they're passionate about. But then later on they think, oh yeah, I want to do that. And they try, and everyone ends up learning to walk unless there's a serious disability happening. All babies learn to walk. They learn to talk. They learn all about the world. Something happens in their minds that goes from the growth mindset where they just keep on trying and they're like a puzzle and they're like, I can't do this, but I'm going to keep working at it and I'm going to solve it and I'm going to be able to achieve it in the end. Something then happens that triggers a fixed mindset. Sometimes, if you're a fixed mindset person, something will happen that will make you go, I don't want to do this because I don't want to be defined by that. And for me, it wasn't necessarily anything that might happen to me, but if somebody else in my class was called dumb because they didn't answer a question properly, or if they were laughed at because they had said something that was not very clever, then I would think, I think that what I just said was a fixed mindset comment as well. I do still have a fixed mindset. You can't have, you don't just go from one to the other. It's kind of a gradual thing to get there. So I do say fixed mindset things sometimes. I try and avoid the words clever and smart and stupid because it's referring to, you know, the way the brain has been created. But what was I saying? Something in my life, is watching other people being criticised in a fixed mindset way. And I think, well, if I do that, then I will be classified as dumb too. And so I don't want to be dumb, so I don't want to do that. So it might not necessarily even be directly to you. But something happens and we end up caring about what other people think. We end up feeling embarrassed. Like babies don't feel embarrassed, they don't know. We end up really questioning ourselves and not wanting to fail and getting scared. So if you think back in your life, you might have a defining moment where you got a test back or you did some kind of a race or competition or had a conversation where all of a sudden you went, nah, I'm not smart at that or I'm not clever at that, and you defined your brain and you wanted to avoid it. I personally have not done an IQ test because I did not want to be defined by a number. I didn't want to know how smart I was. Now, it only defines me how smart I am now. I'm not, you know, very, very clever yet. I get my kids to say yet at the end of their sentences. I can't do that yet, because if you keep on trying, you will be able to get to be able to do that. And it's not a, I can't do that, full stop. That's not the end of the sentence. Is there something that you've always wanted to do, but you don't feel good enough to do? I want to challenge you to write it down, a goal that you want to be able to do X, Y, Z, and make a plan and get it done.